Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ali and I'm here today to do another unhaul. So I've done a couple of unhauls over the last few months and I've mentioned that I had this huge box. I'm now officially done with all of those, so these are all ones that I have picked off my shelf recently. So I haven't even really been going through my shelves with these ones. I went through my nonfiction shelf, but I haven't looked at anything else. So these are all ones that I have tried reading and not gelled with, apart from a few, and I will mention those. But I do have two kind of main piles, so we're going to start with two that have absolutely nothing to do with those. First up, we have Elsewhere Girls by Emily Gale and Nova Wheatman. This is a Oz middle grade and it's like a time slip, and it's with these two girls who are both swimmers. This sounds really cute, but I don't know, I was just looking at it on my shelf and I was like, I don't think I actually want to read this. Like I think I'm okay with not reading this. I'm not sure that contemporary middle grade is for me. I love fantasy middle grade, and I don't know, really just fantasy. But I just don't really enjoy contemporary middle grade or YA these days. Still love me a bit of contemporary romance, but maybe because I'm not a child or a teenager and it's been a while, I don't really feel that connection to these stories anymore, and I just think that I will donate this one, and maybe there's a kid out there who really needs this book and there's no point it just sitting on my shelf unread. Kind of in the same vein, I have Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi, which is a contemporary YA. This one was meant to be a part of my I Let My Friends Pick My Book Haul series. This was from Eli. I didn't like it. I did give this one a go and I got permission, even though I didn't need it, from Eli to DNF it. So this one is going because this one made me feel old. Like I'm only 27, like I'm not even that old, but it made me be like, wow, yeah, it's really been a long time since I was a teenager, because I don't really understand anything here. I don't know if that's partly because it is set in New York, and that is a very different life to living here in Melbourne, but I just didn't understand what half of the stuff the characters were talking about was. Not even half. Like 90%. I was like, I don't know if that is I don't know if that's like a made up band or whatever, but I don't get it. So that one is going. Then we're gonna go into the nonfiction, because I have a collection here. So let's just jump in. There are a bunch that I have read. I read Zeus is a Dick by Susie Duncan last week. You'll see this in my vlog, my mid-month vlog. Didn't really enjoy this. You can see more about it there. I also read The Whole Picture by Alice Proctor. I read this one at the very end of October, and I also didn't really enjoy this one. I didn't hate it, but I just feel like I didn't really learn anything from it, and I'm not really going to come back to it, so it's going to go. Some ones that I read last year, I think, maybe even 2019, this one looks like maybe. This was Axiomatic by Maria Chumakaran. This won lots of awards. It won the Melbourne Prize for Literature. It was shortlisted for the New South Wales Premier Literary Awards. It was shortlisted for the Stella Prize. I read this and really enjoyed it, but I don't know, I just don't think I'm ever going to come back to it. It's been if it was, yeah, like, what, like 3 years, and I can't tell you anything that was in this book. Like, it can tell you it's like essays and that's it. But I couldn't even tell you like an overarching theme. I think I'm going to pass this one on to my partner. I feel like he might enjoy it. I don't know. We'll see. And then the other one I had was The Women of Cousins of War by Philippa Gregory, David Baldwin and Michael Jones. I also really enjoyed this one when I read it. I think this was last year as well, or maybe 2020. But I don't see myself reading it again. Again, I don't really remember anything from it. It's not really a period of history that I'm particularly interested in. So yeah, I'm just gonna donate this one. And then I have 3 that I tried and didn't like. I have My Inner Sky by Mary Andrew. I loved Mary Andrew's first book, but this one I just didn't gel with me. And it is kind of like it's not really self-helpy, it's like a memoir, self-journey sort of thing, and I don't really enjoy those. So this one's gonna go. Then I have Funny Weather by Olivia Lang. I had high hopes for this one. When it came to it, I read, I think, about 60 pages of it, and I just was not impressed. I talk a little bit more about this one in my vlog again, so yep, it's going. The Defeat. And then finally for the non-fiction, I have Vita by Jacqueline Kent. This one I didn't even try reading, it just came to it. This is a book about a pioneering feminist suffragette woman named Vita here in Australia in like 1901 or something. I don't know. 1903. Okay, 1903. This book has been on my shelf, I think, since 2020, and it came to it and I was like, I'm just not interested in this one anymore. Maybe I would read it, I don't know, I feel like had I read it in 2020, I probably would have really enjoyed it, but right now it's just not really interesting me, and I don't think I'm gonna pick it up. It's been on my shelf for so long now that I just don't think I'm gonna get to it. And finally, I have 4 books from my Try a Chapter tag that I did last week. I'm gonna go through these quickly, but I will link that video down below if you're interested in hearing my thoughts about them. I have The Keeper of the Night by Kylie Lee Baker, Witherworld by Hannah Matthewson, A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth, and These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. So that is it. That is the Unhaul for November. I will definitely have another one in December at some point. I think I'm going to go through my shelves sometime this week and have a look through, because I'm definitely out of room. But I say that every time. And then hopefully in December I will get to move a couple of things around and do another Unhaul and do a big sort of end of the year clean out to make sure that everything on my shelves is something that I want to be there and hasn't just snuck through in the cracks while I've been trying to get rid of other things. So that's it for today. I hope you're all doing super well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.